Hello everyone, welcome to Mastermind. In this video, let us continue with the geography of Karnataka. So, with respect to geography of Karnataka, this is part 5. In previous parts, we have discussed the basics of Karnataka and we have discussed till climate region of Karnataka. And in last part, we have discussed till soils of Karnataka. So, one soil was remaining at last. We will continue in this part from where we have left in the previous one. So let us start with the first question. Consider the following statements about geography of Karnataka. First statement says that cashew crops grow well in coastal alluvial soil. Coastal alluvial soil is very rich in organic nutrients. So which of the above are true? Here the answer is both of them are true. Both of them are true. Let us look at a few points with respect to coastal alluvial soil. Coastal alluvial soil, as the name itself is saying, it is found in the coastal part of Karnataka. So when it says coastal part of Karnataka, which are the districts which comes into mind there? For us, the first one will be Udupi. Then we have Dakshina Kannada and you have Uttara Kannada. Udupi, Dakshina Kannada and Uttara Kannada have this type of soil. So when you look at crops, which are the major crops which are grown in this particular region, these are very important. And they are paddy, then you have cashew, and we know that in the coastal region there is a lot of coconut, and then there is arecanut, and we have seen banana plantation and other crops as well. But you have to understand, paddy, cashew are also grown in this particular soil. So this coastal alluvial soil, they are very rich in organic nutrients and they also contain sand and clay. Okay, so this type of soil itself is formed in the coast because of the deposition of alluvium and sediments. So why is there deposition of sediments? That is because whenever you look at the coast, river usually flows into this ocean or into the sea, correct? So on the course of that river itself, they'll be carrying a lot of materials which is called as sediments. So over the time, that sediments and alluvium together, that deposition forms the coastal alluvial soil. Okay, I hope you have understood about this. Let us move on to the second question. Which of the following is not a characteristic feature of evergreen forest? They receive 250 centimeters rainfall annually. Then trees in evergreen forest grow tall. Sunlight does not reach the ground at all in the evergreen forest. D, none of the above. Here the answer is D, none of the above. So whenever we look at types of vegetation in Karnataka, they have to be classified, or they can be classified on the basis of rainfall, relief features and type of soils. So when we look at vegetation types, they can be classified into following types depending upon the rainfall, relief features and type of soil. In that, first one is evergreen forests. Second one is deciduous forests. Third one is you have mixed forest, deciduous and evergreen, mixed forests. Fourth one you have grasslands. And shrubs. This is types of vegetation when it comes to Karnataka. So Karnataka has different varieties and types of vegetation. Karnataka is also known as the land of sandalwood as well. Okay, it is known as land of sandalwood as well, and it has great ecological balance. It has different types of trees, and it has different types of animals, wild animals as well. We can see tiger, lion, cheetah, wild buffaloes, elephants, deer, peacock, etc. in the forest. But if we have to classify, then this is the type of classification which we have to see over here. So when we look at evergreen forest, evergreen forest. Then there are some points we have to remember. Evergreen, we will remember them with the help of this spider diagram. Rainfall in case of evergreen forest, because it is tropical in nature, there is heavy rainfall, that is 250 centimeters of rainfall. 250 centimeters of annual rainfall, that is very heavy rainfall. And because it is closer to the tropical region, the temperature also is very high. The temperature also is very high. Temperature also is very high. And because of all of this, the trees, they grow very tall. Trees are tall. Trees are tall, and they are very dense in nature. So that is, if you consider this as land, then the trees are very tall and they have very good canopy, that is they touch each other. So because of this, what happens is there is no sunlight which reaches down. There is no sunlight which reaches down. Okay, so there is no sunlight. There is no sunlight. So because of this, different type of tall trees like rosewood, mahogany, kino, teak, then dhupa, etc. are grown in this type of forest. Now at the base of these trees, that is in the bottom region over here, at the base of these trees, there are thick shrubs. There are thick shrubs which can be seen. There are thick shrubs. There are different types of spices as well, that is cinnamon, cardamom, then cloves, medicinal herbs, etc. They grow in abundance. So if you consider this type of vegetation or this type of forest, you can see them in Uttara Kannada, Dakshina Kannada, then Shivamogga, Hasana, Chikmagaluru, Chamarajnagara and Kodagu districts. So there you can see evergreen forests. So hope you have understood about the evergreen forest, the type of vegetation. In the types of vegetation, I hope you have understood about evergreen forest. Let us move on to the third question. Which of the following pairs is correct? Which of the following pairs is correct? Big banyan tree, it is in Ramohalli. Big neem tree, it is in Venkatapura. Big tamarind tree, it is in Savanur. D, all of the above. Here the answer is D, all of the above. D, all of the above. This is one of the most important fact which is mentioned in our state textbooks. Now previously we have discussed about evergreen forest. Now we have to discuss about deciduous forest as well. Deciduous forests. In case of deciduous forest, the rainfall is between 60 to 120 centimeters annually. For this type of forest can be found in Chikmagaluru, Mysuru, Chamarajnagara, eastern parts of Hassan, then Tumukuru, Chikbalapura, southern parts of Kolara, then Mandya, Ramnagara, Bengaluru rural district. So in this region, there is growth of teak, and then there is kino, mahogany, there is growth of neem, mango, then jack, flames, etc. are grown. The characteristic feature of deciduous forest is that the moisture content at this point at this region is less. Moisture content is less, and because the moisture content is less, the trees shed their leaves. That is, because the moisture content is less in this particular soil, the trees, they shed their leaves and they reappear during the spring season again. So that is one of the characteristic feature of deciduous forest. So here whatever the banyan tree at Ramohalli near Bengaluru, all these are factual points which you have to definitely remember. So after deciduous forest, you can find there is mixed forest. There is mixed forest. Mixed forest is the growing of evergreen forest also and deciduous types of forest also. Evergreen also and deciduous also. And because of that, the rainfall is between 120 to 150 centimeters. 120 to 150 centimeters. If you look at some part of Uttara Kannada, Udupi, Dakshina Kannada, eastern parts of Kodagu, Chikmagaluru, Hasana, Mysuru district, etc. These have mixed forest, and trees over here have commercial value. For example, bamboo is grown in mixed forest region only. Okay, is grown in mixed forest region. Okay, it is grown in mixed forest region. There is also growth of teak, kino, mahogany, then there is sandal, jack, bamboo, etc., which are grown in abundance in mixed forest region. Next question. Consider the following statements. Grasslands receive less rainfall compared to deciduous forests. Grasslands receive less rainfall compared to deciduous forests. Second statement says that Karnataka has no mangrove forests. Over here, the correct answer is A1 only, because Karnataka does have mangrove forest, and the first statement over here is correct. So when you consider grasslands, and shrubs, the rainfall here is less, that is less than 60 centimeters. That is less than 60 centimeters. Whereas when we were looking at deciduous forest, it is in between 60 and 120. So because of less rainfall and dry weather, the trees are short. That is, there is a short grasses, and there are thorny shrubs, and then the scrub vegetation, that is a growth of cactus, and then babul, then there is palm trees, then kunti grass, etc. Occasionally banyan, neem, peepul, etc. are also grown, and this type of vegetation can be seen in Bidar, Kalburgi, Yadgir, Raichur, Koppal, and then there is Vijaypura, Ballari, Chitradurga, and other areas. Okay, in case of coastal areas, deltas, estuaries, etc. are also formed, which is a characteristic feature. And one of the important features of that type of registration is aerial roots, that is very long roots of those particular plants in that particular area, and they can grow in the salty water also, and they are called as mangrove forest. So distribution of such forest is limited in Karnataka. Distribution of such vegetation itself is limited in Karnataka, but it is not that they are not present at all. They are present because of the presence of the coast, but it is not that they are not there at all. So I hope you have understood about this. Let us move on to the last question. Which of the following statements is incorrect? So the first statement says that very dense forests are the lands with tree canopy density of 90% and above. Moderately dense forests are the lands with tree canopy density of 40% and above. Open forest has a tree canopy density of 10% and above, but it has less than 40%. Canopy density of less than 10% are scrub forests. Here the answer is A. So this density is speaking about the cover of that particular forest, that is forest covers, that is all the lands which are having trees more than 1 hectare in an area with a tree canopy density of more than 10%, irrespective of ownership, can be called as forest covers. In that there are different types. That is, first one is very dense forest, that is tree canopy density of 70% and above. It is not 90%, it is 70% and above. Next one is moderately dense forest. This is, as the statement itself is saying, it is 40% and above, but it is less than 70%. Then there is open forest. So all the lands with tree canopy of density of 10% and 40%. Then there is scrub forest, which is less than 10%. That is less than 10%. So the geographical area under this category itself in case of India is around 1.42%, and all these are mentioned in the India State of Forest Report. So India State of Forest Report, it is a biannual report. So the last report came out in 2021. So for our exams also, this only will be very important. So before that it was in 2019. So in 2023 it is yet to be released as well. So in case of this, they have given different statement also, that is what is the forest cover, what is canopy, etc. In that it will be very important. So in the next part we will be discussing some important questions with respect to forest policy of India also, and also the points from India State of Forest Report 2021. So I hope you have understood about 5 most important questions over here. At the end of this e-paper, there are few more multiple choice questions on different articles. You can attempt those. Thank you. I'll see you soon in the next one.